Mark, I'm here at Doncaster Airport. It was a bustling air terminal. Over 1 million passengers were processed through the terminal behind me in a single year in 2019. Flights taking off to America, the European mainland, a major local employer. The airport is now closed. It closed in October, and I'm up here reporting on the battle being fought by locals to get it back open. It is a symbol of economic regeneration and hope, and I'm delighted to be joined by the local MP, Nick Fletcher. Nick Fletcher, you are Doncaster born and bred. We're in the Don Valley here. This is a key red wall seat. You beat the Labour frontbencher Caroline Flint to become the first Tory MP ever in this constituency. Do you think yesterday's budget, Nick, is going to help you to hold this seat?
It'll go somewhere there, yes. Yesterday's budget gave Doncaster a partnership with the central government with levelling up funding. There was also an announcement for an investment zone in South Yorkshire, so I'm hoping that will come to Doncaster too. So yes, there was definitely things in there which will help Doncaster grow.
I've been talking to people here in Doncaster last night in the Parkside Club, where I know you got married back in the day. The sense was, Nick, with all respect, there wasn't much in this budget for the working man and woman. I heard that phrase a couple of times.
Well, the Chancellor's done an awful lot with energy. He's also helping with childcare. He's put a stop to the prepayment meters, which I know affects an awful lot of people in Doncaster too. So there was definitely some things in there. And I know people are upset with the pension lifetime allowance uplift, as though it only helps the wealthy people. But that does get doctors back into those surgeries. It does get that waiting list down, which is what people want from our NHS.
And we are standing just outside Doncaster Airport. We're not allowed in. There's lots of security here. The site has been mothballed. You used to come here as a lad, you told me. You saw Harrier jump jets take off here. You saw Concorde take off from here. It is a major regional airport, and it was bustling and hustling and generating growth here in South Yorkshire before COVID lockdown. Can it reopen?
Yes, I think it can. It's a fantastic facility. I'm hoping there's somebody out there who can see what this area can bring to any investment portfolio, and hopefully we'll get people flying from Doncaster again in the not too distant future.
What does it mean to the local economy, to local business leaders, to local people who were employed here or just used Doncaster Airport to travel for business or for pleasure?
Well, it means something to every single demographic that you spoke of. I mean, it's people were ever so fond of this airport. It was definitely a sign of Doncaster being put on the map, so it's hugely disappointing on that level. But yes, you get growth around an airport, real economic growth, and it's something that Doncaster needs.
I guess the model that Doncaster could follow, or one model, is what happened up on Teesside. Teesside Airport was under threat. You had a local Tory mayor for Tees Valley, Ben Houchin. He got a consortium together, he got some local authority funding in, and he bought the airport. Are your local politicians doing the same? Can you do the same?
Well, I've been asking the South Yorkshire Mayoral Combined Authority to do exactly that. They did put some monies forward to actually keep it open for 13 months. At that point, Peel refused that. But I think we can see, exactly as you said, what Ben Houchin's done up in Tees Valley is an example of what can happen around an airport. And all you see and all you hear from Ben Houchin is investment and more opportunities for the people of Tees Valley. And we need that in South Yorkshire.
And going back to yesterday's budget, Nick, if I may, how comfortable are you that under a Conservative government the tax burden is now approaching a 70-year high? How is that going to help areas like Doncaster to regenerate, to grow?
Well, I'm a true blue Conservative, and I want low taxes, I want economic growth, and I want personal responsibility, and I want people to be able to use their own money how they want to use it. I do believe that makes the economy a lot more it makes the economy grow a lot more quickly, and I think that's what we need. So yeah, we've gone through some tough times. We've spent £407 billion on a pandemic. We've got people through that. We've kept businesses open. We've kept people being able to pay their mortgages. Now we need to gradually come out of this and move forward, and hopefully over the next 18 months we can see some real packages come together which will really stimulate growth for Doncaster and for the country as a whole.
Is levelling up just a slogan, Nick Fletcher? Some people here think it is. Some people think that the Tories haven't really got their arms around this major issue.
Levelling up's not just a slogan, but it is going to take quite a few years to. We've had 60 years of neglect in Doncaster under a Labour authority. We've got a Conservative MP for the first time. I'm going to do everything I can to hold an authority to account, or the government account, to make sure that Doncaster thrives. Levelling up is not a slogan, and I'm going to make sure that it's not.
And are you hopeful that maybe this time next year, a pre-budget, a pre-election budget, there may be a few more sweeties in the form of tax breaks? Were you disappointed, Nick, that there weren't lower taxes in this budget, or even a freeze in corporation tax, which a lot of Tory backbenchers wanted?
I'm always disappointed when there's not tax cuts. As I say, I'm a Conservative and that's what I want. I think we should always grow the pie and take a smaller piece from it. But we are in a situation at this moment, as everyone is well aware, that we've spent an awful lot of money keeping businesses and keeping people afloat during the pandemic. Yet, hopefully over the next 12 months, we can see some giveaways and we can really make a difference.
And just tell us once again, we are in front of this magnificent airport. It's so impressive, the facility here. We're surrounded by hotels, leisure facilities that are now dormant because this airport is closed. You've been involved with this airport for a long time. You travelled from here, I think the first or second day it opened as a civilian airport back in 2005. Just paint a picture to people who may be watching of what Doncaster Airport could be, what it could mean to the city of Doncaster, to South Yorkshire, to the entire region.
We could have 2.5 million passengers flying from there extremely easily. We could have businesses setting up all the way around this area. There's 800 acres of prime land for all different kinds of opportunities. I'm trying to get an advanced manufacturing research centre here. I'm trying to get Boeing here. I'm trying to get hybrid air vehicles here. This is all here ready for the taking. We just need someone who's got the vision, who's actually got the money, and we can actually make this a wonderful place for the United Kingdom.
Well, Nick Fletcher, you are the MP for Don Valley, the first Tory MP ever to represent this proud constituency. Doncaster born and bred. Thanks a lot for appearing on GB News. Well, Mark, the battle to keep this airport open is hotting up. We've been talking to lots of local people today. As I said earlier, I'll be putting that together in a special GB News report on the battle to save Doncaster Airport. Back to you.